All right, so I think I answered my question. I thought some YouTubers might be fibbing, but I think you can stealth camp in New York City in a nice area of town. Let's see. Am I sure about this? Am I sure about this? Ta-da! Lovely little campsite right here. And you know what? I will see you down the road. Bye. And here's proof of life that I was in New York City. Well, hello there. Ma Terry here, along with our fabulous co-star, Miss Lucy. Miss Lucy, tell everybody hi out there in TV land. Oh my gosh, she's such a pleasure. Let me tell you, I absolutely love this pet. Well, I wanted to do a video. In fact, I got to get rid of a lot of videos. Why? Because I'm out in Quartzsite right now doing the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. But one thing I have a lot of experience in is stealth camping. And I've watched YouTubers and they're all like, oh yeah, I can stealth camp in New York City. And I go to New York a lot. My son lives there. My son and my beautiful daughter-in-law live there. And, you know, where I would see these YouTubers at would be, there'd be graffiti in the area, or they'd be in Brooklyn. And it's like, to tell you the truth, there is the city, which is New York City, and then there's the rest of New York, and the rest of New York is marvelous too. I love the rest of New York, but if I tell you how to stealth camp in New York City, I'm talking Manhattan. I love Manhattan. I like being close to Central Park, and I haven't done a video like this. Why? Because I didn't think it was possible. If you've ever been to New York City, number one, driving in New York City is a nightmare. I'm going to tell you how to avoid that nightmare. I hate driving around in New York City. And have you ever tried to find a parking spot? And the parking spots, a lot of them are in front of meters. I don't want to pay for metered parking. I want this to be fun. Now, how long have I been stealth camping? On my own, maybe 7 or 8 years. I started out in a Prius. Oh, I'm going to warn you, the video I have, it's raw footage. I was last in New York City for a week during Christmas. And the reason why I came upon this is I was out at a park, I think Riverview Park, and I saw some daytime camping spots, and people were away for Christmas. And I was like, okay. And that was during the day. But my regular viewers that know me know I probably walk 8 to 10 miles a day. What is that? Oh my gosh. Thousands of steps every day. At minimum is 16, 17,000 steps a day. I am a walker. All right, let's make sure I got everything there. I do. So I walk all around, and one night late in New York City, it was about 10 o'clock, and I noticed a parking space. Now I'm talking a parking space in the really nice part of town. You know, what's funny, New York City, there's New York City, you have the Upper West Side, the Upper East Side, you have Alphabet City. They have all these little names, and they're all like 7 or 8 blocks. So yeah, so I found quite a few parking spots, and I'm going to roll the video in really nice parts of town. Now then, 2 things. If you've never been to New York City, Manhattan, 3 things. Number 1, never think you're going to get a spot in Times Square. Don't even go to Times Square. Times Square, you can just take the little subway too. I'm talking away from Times Square. I never want to be in Times Square. There's too many people there all the time. It's a crazy place. It's a crazy place. All right. So if you've never been to New York City, I would suggest that you come in from New Jersey and take the ferry over for the day. You know, they have ferries. They have, you can take the subway, you can trains, however you get to New York City. I would not drive it. And start walking around like I do. Familiarize yourself with the city. There's an awful lot of one-ways and everything. Maybe start at Central Park. That's a lovely place to get out and get some steps in. Or you can rent a bike to ride around. You can take the city bus to ride around. Get a little bit more familiar with New York City because it can be overwhelming. It really can be overwhelming. Now then, here is my stealth camping secret, how to find a spot every time in New York City. This is what I do. Now then, People that know that I stealth camp, I have a rule. I have a lot of rules. I've never been busted, and I don't intend on being busted. But I get into my campsite maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I stay in my campsite, and then at 6 in the morning or 5:30, I'm out of there. Now, this is perfect for New York City. Nobody's driving around, okay? Traffic's really way down. During the day, it's bumper to bumper, honk, honk, honk. At nighttime, in a lot of these little cities, very nice, very quiet. So nobody's driving around, and I'm going to show you a video of somebody pulling out. People are leaving and everything. They're there for the day. So you can grab one of those parking spaces. So I pull in at 10 at night. I leave at 6 in the morning. Believe it or not, you can even get parking spaces close to Central Park or whatever, or just play musical things. But those are the key hours right there to get a parking space. Yeah, because if you come in 3 in the afternoon, you're not going to get a parking space. Now then, a lot of New York City, like I do, I have not done this yet. I'm talking about other camp in spots that I use. If I find a campsite that I love and there's no signs, I might park 2 nights max in one area, maybe. But if you get up at 6 in the morning and drive around and go over towards like Central Park, you'll find more parking, or just move along the street because people are waking up and they're getting in their vehicle and they're going out for the day. Now I'm going to run some film and show you what I mean. Some of the film's not great because I had no idea that I'd be able to stealth camp in New York City, but following my tips, drive into the city 9:30 at night, 10 o'clock and park. Oh my gosh, you're going to do wonderful. You really are. And yeah, I'll show you quite a few little campsites that I found while walking around a 3-block radius, 3 little blocks. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this. And happy stealth camping in New York City. Oh, by the way, did you press the like button? I really depend on that. All right, here goes the B-roll. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So yeah, this would make a great overnight camping spot in New York City. All right, so here's the thing. One piece of advice is, this city is nuts. It really is nuts. So here's what I would do, is maybe park on the Jersey side, take the ferry over, take the subway over, however you get to New York City. I always take the Greyhound bus, spend a few days, get to walk around the neighborhood, feel it out. And, you know, once you get a good feeling for it and you start understanding New York City, this is a huge city with 8 million people in, I think, a half a mile or so it seems like it. But you got to figure this out. All right, now this side street actually has a meter. There's a meter. So you would pay there, but it's only metered parking. Meters are not in effect in above times, Monday through Thursday, 11 to 12:30, or is that 2-hour meter parking? Okay, so the 2-hour meter parking is 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. except Sunday, so if you come in at the night, you're good. And look, a campsite is opening up right now. There we go. I could get my van in there. Yay, sweet. Oh, come on, you got plenty of room up there, buddy. Here comes my camp spot. There we go. Yay! So he paid all day and I would get in there for free. That's too funny. Street, and I can get a Prius in here. Yeah, actually this is pretty cool. And it's maybe about 10 o'clock at night. All right, so one thing I would say is watch the rats. The rats will run across. There are a lot of rats out here. No meters, and this is down the street from the Natural History Museum on a side street. Oh, it's West 80th and Columbus Avenue. So here we go. Here's another spot right there in front of the brownstone. I'm finding lots of these. It's the same sign. No parking for street cleaning Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 12:30. So that gives you plenty of time to get up and go to your daytime camping spot. I have learned, read the signs, watch for fire hydrants. Here's another one. So yeah, during the day, these parking spots, oh, and it is trash night, but that's okay. All right, now there are snowbirds here, so I guess it depends on the season, because this is winter in New York, and a lot of people, not a lot, but you know, they are snowbirds. They'll go to Florida. By the way, when it says no standing, that means parking. Definitely look for a sign like that, no standing anytime, and it's a temporary construction. And then this one says no parking tollway zone. So yeah. Where that sign is, and this is where that sign is, so it's in between the two signs. Okay, is it unsafe? Well, it's a big city, but you know, you get a feeling for the city. You're looking for, you know, gated windows, gated doors, you know, a feeling where people are afraid to walk outside. I'm not sensing that in this part of town. All right, so you know, this is Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. This is a loading area, so be out by 8. But also, you have the fire hydrant. And I'm going to check, because sometimes I see cars real close by the fire hydrant. So I don't know. I got to research that. All right, so you have to read the signs real good. And also, you have to look for a driveway. You might say, oh, I got a good spot. But there you go. There's the car has to get in and out. You can't block that. All right, so this is the main drag in front of businesses, and it could be main drag anywhere. Could be Broadway, could be Columbus, could be Amsterdam. But basically, these are noisy streets, and when the businesses close, there won't be any vehicles there, so you would stick out like a sore thumb. But that's why we're just going down these streets. All right, here is nothing. Nope, fire hydrant. Dag nabbit, I thought I got a good one. All right, I'm going to go down one more side street. Looked good for a minute, guys. Looked good. Well, that's a nice van, but they are not camping in that van. That's a shame. But it really is nice, isn't it? Yep, he got a good spot, and that's the extended body. Cool, sweet. I saw that sign, and I said, that's not a spot, but look right here. Right here. Very nice. Easy for the van to get into. Yes, it is. Nice. So basically, that was just me walking over one more street. You know, all of these streets have maybe 1 to 2 spots. So, like I said, depending on the size of your vehicle, a Prius would definitely come in handy in New York City. It would. All right, and for this street, the sweet sweeping is Tuesday through Friday. Boy, they certainly clean a lot, and I never see them clean. I thought I'd snap this. It shows that I'm out at 10:09 at night. Sorry about that. This is a lot better. But yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, walk around, get a feeling for it, get a feeling for what feels nice, in what feels like a nice neighborhood to you. Like, isn't this wonderful? I'm going to walk right past it. It really is pretty. You see those lights? Nice little fairy lights all over. Isn't that magical? Okay, I'm going to take a picture. That is so neat. Now I can take a picture while I'm doing a videotape for my backgrounds. I just love this. All right, so the next thing I'm going to show you is I found a daytime camping spot in New York City, and it was over by Riverview River Park, right around Central Park. So I think if you go on Broadway, Central Park's to the left, not really, and Riverview is to the right. It's really nice little city. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, I will see you down the road. Bye from me and Miss Lucy. All right, here we go. A parking spot. Ta-da! Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Now, they do street sweeping Tuesday to Friday, 9:30 to 11 a.m., but there's one parking spot. I could day camp here all day.